Every time you're sick, what do you turn around and do? You go out there, you have medications. You have medications to help your own health. But have you ever realized how important your mental health is? We hear all this devastating news on the TV. We see attacks taking place. We see people committing suicide. We pity one another. But the most important thing is that we need to learn to focus on our mental health, and the day we start to learn to focus on our mental health is the day that we can succeed. We always say mind over matter, but let me remind you this: somebody once said that your mind has the power to turn heaven into hell and to turn hell into heaven. And a matter of fact, the mental health is overlooked so tremendously throughout our society. Just portrays the matter of fact that we don't give the importance to mental health that it really deserves. And the day we start to give importance to mental health that it really deserves is the day that we can really change, is the day that we're going to stop seeing this devastating news. Which is why I have a message for the government. We're sitting here, we're changing the laws. We're sitting here, we're changing the laws, but instead of changing the laws, instead of trying to put laws into place, instead of trying to improve the laws, of course we should do that, but why can't we start focusing on our mental health? Because the day we start to get healthy up here is the day that our world will really succeed, is the day that us as humanity will succeed. I don't know when that day will be, but I can promise you this: whenever that day does arrive, that day is going to be the day that we will succeed. Because let me ask you this: if you were to see a rotten tomato, if you were to see a rotten banana, you won't eat it. Why? Because you know it's rotten. Because you know it's sick. It is sick of you to do that. But as a society, as a community, have embraced sickness into our daily activities in such a way where it's perfectly normal for us. It is perfectly normal for us to feed each other sickness. You go there into work, you go there into schools, and sickness is served to you on a silver platter. Why is sickness being served to us on a silver platter? We keep on disgracing one another, we keep on disgracing ourselves, we keep on feeding sick stuff into each other's brains. And because of those sick stuff, I can promise you this: you go look at the status and you will be able to see anxiety, depression, overthinking, sadness, and God knows what no is there because of sickness. Sickness is what we are feeding into each other, and now you're probably sitting here saying, "Vani, we can't even see, we can see a black color shadow." Do you know why? Because this is the representative of humanity. This is what humanity has turned into. We're feeding each other sickness. We have overcome our brain. The world is like a brain. The world is controlled by brains. And if the brain isn't controlled, if the brain isn't washed, if the brain isn't healthy any longer, the world will no longer be a healthy place. You look around the room you're sitting in today, everything you see around you was once a thought, and all those thoughts come from the brain. Everything that happens in the news was once a thought of somebody. A thought of somebody, if it is bad, a thought of somebody with a sick brain, if it's good, somebody with a healthy brain. And all of that is to do with the mental health. The day we go into schools where mental health lessons are given to us the same way we're being taught English, math, science, religious studies, all our core subjects, is the day the world will succeed, is the day we're going to succeed as humanity. And it would be wrong for me to make a mental health video without giving you the 3 best advice anybody can give you out there when it comes to mental health. Smile. If you can sit there and you can smile at each other, if you can smile at yourself in the mirror, your mental health will improve. Mind over matter. Maybe your GCSE, maybe your work, maybe your presentation. No matter what you're looking at, nothing coming over your mind, because mind power and willpower is the greatest power out there. And I, for one, can promise you that. And lastly, breathing. Keep on breathing. Do you know what? I cannot stress to you how important mental health is. That day, instead of changing the laws into enforcing more strategies and God knows you want to know, that day we start to enforce mental health and tell each other the importance of mental health is the day we will succeed as humanity, which is why it's my humble request to you. Please learn to take care of your mental health. Please learn to take care of your mind. The day you can take care of your mind and your mental health is the day you will succeed for once and for all. Is the day humanity will see the brightest of their days. It's the day we will see the brightest of our days. I don't know when that day will come, but I can promise you this. Whenever the day comes, whenever the day arrives, it will be the best day humanity has ever seen.